before we go into it.
Okay, when you say you call air, I mean, is that helicopters, jets?
Helicopters, and then he called in an F-18, 16, one of those. By the time we got there, that building was blown. So.
Oh, so this was the intelligence compound you were supposed to go to?
Yes, and then it was blown up before we got there. That's what my company commander told us, that, excuse me, somebody had dropped a bomb on top of the building that we're supposed to be at.
So, the building was blown up. Didn't seem like that was really much work.
No, but there's still, it was inside a compound, so we started checking some more stuff. Then that's when a second veered off to secure another site, the outskirts of the compound. Well, they got into contact while we were inside a school building, picking up ammunition, AK-47s in there from the building, from the schoolhouse.
Well, let me. So, what? This was weapons. Weapons were being stored at a school. You recall that? Okay. This was. Okay. What platoon found this?
Third platoon.
Third platoon. Oh, this was your platoon.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw this. You saw these weapons. Oh, okay.
Second platoon was in contact. They got shot at a different building, and they neutralized their objective. I was shooting at them.
Oh, okay. So they actually killed the Iraqi.
Yep.
Okay. Was it just one Iraqi, or was it several, a squad, or?
There was a fire team of Iraqis. So at that point, we're like, third platoon was occupied, offloading the ammunition and the weapons from the school.
So what did you do with these weapons and ammunition, sir?
The weapons, we ran over them with AAVs.
Oh, I guess that pretty much demolished those weapons, huh?
Demolished the weapons. Then the ammunition, we called up another truck company, one of our assets, to pick up the ammunition, because that's all they were doing, was picking up ammunition that we found. So.
Okay. Well, was there anything else that happened that day, sir, that you recall?
Other than that, no.
So do you, from that point, I mean, how many more days, or was there any other major events that occurred before you reached Baghdad?
That after the intelligence building, we drove off into, I like to call Woodland Park.
Woodland Park?
Because it's there was palm trees. We're inside a palm tree hut, or not hut, but inside a palm tree area where RAVs and the whole battalion was in there. No, not the whole battalion, the whole company was in there. So we're in there and we find, start walking around patrolling the area and find some holes where Iraqis had just left the day prior or hours prior probably. Find these holes and we found a.
You mean by holes? You mean by fighting positions, sir?
Fighting positions.
Okay, so okay. Well, was there anything? I mean, how were you certain they were fighting positions?
Because they had what's called holes looking towards our area. As soon as you get into them, like they were dug in a defensive posture. So.
And this was at what you called Woodland Park. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I like to call it.
Oh, okay.
So,
how many of these fighting positions were there? Was it? I mean, what kind of unit do you think it facilitated?
Roughly a company of Iraqis. So
I imagine that would have been pretty bad for you if you had stumbled onto the company in the defense. Would you say it was actually a well fortified area, or was it just hastily put together? I mean, from your memory, sir, what do you recall?
It was well fortified. Their fighting holes were 6 feet down, so they were well fortified. And then we find their comm area, a fighting hole with comm. It was about 15 feet down, or the hole was about 15 feet dug. and then all their comm stuff was inside this hole. So
Was it quite a bit of equipment in there, sir? Or was it?
it was about 15 feet by height, and then width was about 6 to 7 feet. So that was kind of full of the comm gear.
Okay. So that was a lot of comm for it seemed like for an Iraqi company.
Yeah, those could have been their company of comm or comm company.
Okay.
So we took out their comm again, squashed it with the AAVs,
Okay.
and then threw our incendiary grenades into the comm after we squashed them so it could burn it.
Okay. So other than comm gear, that was pretty much what was at that site. No weapons or anything else.
We didn't find much weapons there.
Okay. How long do you think it had been